Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. I am very excited, and it has been, I think, about a year and a half since I've done one of these rolling commentary videos, and these were one of my favorite kind of videos to put out there because I feel like you guys can learn. I learn a lot doing them and breaking the roll down and trying to figure out what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But overall, I'm just really grateful to be able to make a video like this because I'm training consistently and training is going really well. I feel like my rolling has started to improve. I think I'm doing pretty well given the circumstances. It's been a very long journey to get back to this place, and there is still so much progress to be made. It's such a work in progress, and every day is kind of this battle between really wanting and trying to move the way that I used to move athletically, but at the same time keeping myself safe, being aware of where my body is, almost having to predict what my partner is going to do in order to be aware of the positioning of my leg, and just keeping myself safe. There's still certain positions where I feel very timid, so it's just taking a really long time, but I'm happy to just be training consistently and to be rolling a little bit better. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, leave a comment and let me know what you think. I feel like for the first rolling video back, the perfect person to do it with was my husband. So let's do it. And here we go. Honestly, I just got back to starting rolls from the feet again since coming back to training, so I kind of feel like a lost duckling here, but we're doing our best over here. I'm looking to get a strong grip with my right hand on his collar and a sleeve grip with my left hand, but he has this grip over my right forearm, so I'm having a hard time getting what I want. I was hoping to pull first so that I can get myself right underneath him. When I roll with anyone, but especially bigger people, I have so much more leverage and comfort being directly under their base. He tries to elevate me when he pulls, and I'm just working towards getting my base back. I'm using my right foot as a hook to prevent his left leg from circling back inside. I had this idea to cut my left knee through, but he still had the underhook, so my base wasn't as strong as I would have wanted. As soon as his underhook kind of starts to slip, I take my left hand to control his right ankle, which gives me the opportunity to smash his hips by laying all of my weight on him. I get up onto my toes and circle towards the side that my face is away from. I switch my left hand from his leg to his hips to control his movement, but to be honest, he's just way bigger and can stiff arm me away like it's nothing. He keeps butt scooting, so it's hard to control him, and then he ends up being able to get the whizzer, but then I use that to get a shoulder crunch on that right arm because I kind of had this bizarre idea to use it to jump for an omoplata or something, and then I was like, no, Kim, that's your bad side. Don't be silly. If I don't set up a Toriando pass perfectly, with a lot of enthusiasm, sometimes I use this setup to get them off their base a little and maybe open up another pass or a way for me to get the inside position, which I try to do here, but he had good posture and was able to elevate me with his right hook, and we were kind of back to where we started. When he sits up, I see his right elbow slightly flared, so I took that opportunity and went for a rolling Kimura, but I lost control of the arm and I ended up just using it to come on top anyway. And then you'll see he's trying to control my right leg here, and he's got sleeve grips, and I'm doing my best to keep his right leg off of my hip and to also prevent him from elevating me again or maybe coming up for a single, but he's still able to, and I just try to keep a strong base and posture, but I ended up flopping to the mat anyway. So when this happens, when my hands are on the mat here and my partner has hooks and has elevated me under my base, sometimes instead of resisting what they're doing, I almost try to just flow and have my body follow theirs. Then once I saw my chance to base myself back onto the mat, I brought my left arm over and around his hip to try to come around to that side, but he got his legs back in the mix, and immediately I made sure to get one knee in the center to avoid getting pulled into his close guard. Here I was able to get my left hook inside and use that to bring myself all the way under to deep half, a position that I never would have played before my injury, but I've recently been incorporating it into my game. I used deep half left to take the back, but I wasn't able to get hooks in. And this is the position that I got hurt in actually. So I'm still very hesitant to swing my leg around quickly to get that far hook in. So I missed my hooks and flopped to the floor. When I'm playing Spider here, I switch to a sleeve grip. And as he goes to sort of spin me around to pass, I use that momentum to invert right to his leg. I got my foot all the way to his far hip to force his base down. And I attempt to set up an outside ashi. And then a lot of times I switch back and forth from single leg X and X guard depending on where my partner's base is. I use my feet in his hip and hamstring area along with my sleeve grip to sit his butt to the mat, but he comes up before me. I decide to come into a shin on shin position, but now he saw my elbow flared and went for the rolling Kimura to a back take. I couldn't turn fully because he had my arm, so I got my back to the mat to defend the back take and then locked up half guard when I saw the chance. After he postures up, I'm trying to stay tight here when I sit up, but this isn't a position that I feel super strong with and comfortable in, to be honest. So he was able to flatten me back down. But as he goes to step over my body, I use that space to get an underhook and then get a hold on his leg to come up for a single. Now, it has been a little while since I attempted a single leg and his leg felt like a boulder. And when I tried to sweep his far leg, it felt like I kicked freaking rocks. So I think it hurt me more than him. I then did a terrible guard pull and he stepped right into side control. I don't know what I was doing. I tried to frame, but then you'll see he starts to move towards my head and I used that little bit of space to swivel my arm underneath him and to spin around and recover. When someone's really heavy, sometimes it's just best to wait for that tiny bit of space to make your move. To avoid getting flattened again, I just go to turtle and then sit through when I see the chance. I hip escape and I get my guard back. I sit up to kind of get my bearings. I swing my right leg to his hip, left hand on his ankle, right hand on his sleeve, which should ideally have been on his collar. And I try to bring my left leg through for a sweep, but he based his leg out too far. He goes to slide in for, to be honest, I don't really know. I think he was trying to go for a leg drag, but thankfully the round ended because I was exhausted trying to move this giant man around. There have been countless times where a roll like this would have ended up in tears for me, but thankfully we have moved on from that and we are much better rolling together, which is very nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed that roll. I feel like it's pretty cool because you get the inside on how I'm navigating rolling again, both physically and mentally, and kind of just what's going on in my brain while I'm rolling, especially if you have followed my journey from the injury all the way up until now. You can really see what it's like coming back from something like that. And if you're going through, hopefully not the same injury or any other kind of injury, I hope this serves as a little bit of inspiration that if you work hard and you keep showing up for yourself, the mats will always be there whenever you're ready, and as long as you work hard, you will get back to it. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of your support, and until the next video, I will see you guys next time.